Well, we're not done dealing with security matters across Nigeria. As we told you earlier, that in Kaduna State, soldiers have killed 3 criminals and recovered rustled cattle. Now we'll be joined by our guest who will help us make sense of the discovery. To discuss these security issues, we're now joined by security expert Inko-Tariah Ipalibo, who joins us from Plateau State. Inko-Tariah, thank you so much for joining us.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Good afternoon to you too, and it's an absolute pleasure. Now, I'm just going to start by asking, how effective would you say that the military's kinetic and non-kinetic strategies have been in combating Boko Haram insurgency so far?
Well, from the results we are seeing, they've not been too effective. They've over time experimented or executed both the kinetic and non-kinetic strategies, and where they are gradually getting certain form of results. Recently, some bandits and terrorists submitted themselves and to them, and the CDS and made the announcement, and they were now considering what the process and the procedure of de-radicalizing them and integrating them would be, because if it is not being handled seriously, the whole submission or surrender could be an exercise in futility. So as it is, the combination of both kinetic and non-kinetic strategy is gradually yielding certain form of result, but the result has not been impressive.
Right. And how would you say that the government can ensure that these individuals who surrendered are not re-radicalized and pose a threat to the society, especially in this era where we discuss rehabilitation a lot more often than we ever did?
Well, it is to ensure that all of them that surrendered are subjected to the institutionalized de-radicalization that the government has set up. There is a center for de-radicalization. And if all those bandits and terrorists that surrendered to the government are subjected to that center, and they are being closely monitored, the tendency for them to be reintegrated as meaningful citizens is high. But if they are not closely monitored and they just pass through the system, albeit religiously, I doubt if they would be properly de-radicalized.
Okay, talking about state integration, how can states work together in addressing these cases of terrorism, banditry, Boko Haram insurgency, and other security challenges that are in the region?
Different states could come together, raise funds together, share ideas together, and share intelligence together, and then make sure that the various security agencies operating within the states are in a common front or a common group. They form a common group that will, without delayed bureaucratic processes, execute as occasion demands. Most times, what really causes problem or what really leads to escalation is the delayed process, the delayed bureaucratic process that is required to execute or to implement certain decisions. So if the various state governments will take off those bottlenecks and empower the security agencies to take action as occasion demands, then the synergy among the agencies and the states would help in fighting crime to a large extent.
All right. Thank you so much, security expert Inko-Tariah Ipalibo, for sharing your thoughts on this. And hopefully we do not have to continuously talk about the security challenges in these parts of Nigeria, because they will be resolved to a large extent. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.